The voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's big cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in. Guys, today I'm talking more about Steem, Steem-backed dollars, and Steem Power, explaining how they relate and they function with the Steem platform. For the baby bear cubs that are just jumping on the Steem network, welcome. It's Champagne Crypto, the voice of the blockchain here. And for those who are not yet on Steem, maybe this video will give you a little more insight as to how things work. Make sure you're kabooming the upvote button, kabooming the subscribe, the like. Let the world know that Champagne Crypto's on the networks, spreading the good crypto word. So guys, let's get straight to it. Steem, Steem-backed dollars, and Steem Power. What are they? How do they relate to the Steem platform? And how did this all work? Now we know, and if you don't know, Steem is a social media platform, decentralized. It allows users to earn crypto for their social media activity. Okay, you can get paid for posting, for liking, for upvoting, for sharing, for commenting, for re-sharing other people's posts, for basically most of your social media activity. Now, Steem also connects to other websites like DTube, DLive, DSound, DMania, and these are platforms that run on the Steem blockchain that are either for video, live streaming, sound, or even memes. And I'll have everything linked down below. They all connect here to steemit.com, which is, I guess, the main hub. And you could follow me there at steemit.com/@champagnecrypto. You could see here my post, ideas behind the EOS blockchain governance and constitution. I suggest you check this out. This is a post about EOS being one of the first blockchains with the constitution and how it works. That's a whole nother post and a whole nother conversation in itself, but I suggest you guys look at it if you're interested in philosophical ideas on how to resolve disputes on the blockchain. But let's look at this post here. This was done 22 hours ago, and all activity here on the Steem platform is open for 7 days for upvotes, for liking, for commenting, and for sharing. After the 7-day period, it closes out and it pays out rewards based on the upvotes from the community. Okay, and we can see here that I've already been upvoted about almost $54 worth of crypto, and with these 30 votes. And if you can click here, you can see the pending payout, which is 6 days. There's still 6 days left to pay out this post, and this post will be paid in 50% Steem-backed dollars, okay, and 50% Steem Power. So what's the difference? You could go over there to coinmarketcap.com and you'll see that there's two different tokens, the Steem token and the Steem-backed dollar token, okay, and they both function on the network. Steem, it could be converted to Steem Power, locked up for a period of 13 weeks minimum, and it allows you to have more influence on the network, more voting power. And then you got Steem-backed dollars, which is a second token, and that token is also awarded and it's completely liquid. You could go ahead and trade that immediately. You could trade it for Steem and then convert it to Steem Power so you can have more influence, or you could sell that Steem Power for Bitcoin or Litecoin. And maybe I'll do a whole video on how to convert. But anyhow, that's how it works. 50% is paid on the payouts in the form of Steem-backed dollars and Steem Power. So let's talk about Steem Power and how that works. If you go over here to the wallet, you could see that I have Steem Power, over 3,000 Steem Power. Now this is, again, Steem that is locked up away, and this is basically what you're doing. The rest of the community, everybody that's putting their Steem into the Steem Power, that's basically the reward pool, and that's how the users are getting paid. Okay, so every day there's a reward pool, and that's the source of the reward pool is everybody's Steem Power. Everybody is agreeing by putting the Steem into the Steem Power account to lock up their coins for a minimum of 13 weeks. So let's say if I was interested in withdrawing this 3,000 Steem, I would go through something called a power down process by clicking here and then clicking power down. If I do that, it will ask me how much I want to power down. I could go ahead and power down the complete amount if I like, but in order to receive that power down, it occurs in a process of 13 payments every week. So if I hit power down today, I'll get 1/13 of the amount that I chose to power down 1 week from today, and every week subsequently thereafter for a period of 13 weeks. Now I found this very crafty or very witty process here by the Steem blockchain. That's how they're able to provide a reward pool for the community that's posting, that's liking, that's sharing, and that's also another way that they're able to stabilize the price, in my opinion. I don't know all the technicalities, and I'm sure you could look more about it, look more into it, and research it there in the white paper. But that's basically the gist of it. You'll see here that there's a number below the Steem power that is in parentheses. Now, this is part of my Steem power that's delegated. If it's negative, that means it's delegated to someone else. If it's positive, that means someone is loaning it to me. You'll see some of the newbies out there that are having trouble getting into the Steem network. It's because in order to run on the Steem network and function, to post a comment, you need to have some sort of Steem power in order to have influence on the network. So when you join and get a brand new account, the blockchain is basically delegating a portion of Steem for you, loaning it to you per se. So you'll see a plus in the parentheses. It's maybe something like 15 Steem. After a while, the system takes it back. Once you're up and running and performing things on your own, you have a little more Steem power after you've performed some actions on the blockchain. Basically, they let the minnows, what they call them, the little baby minnows, swim on their own. And the hope here is to become from a minnow to a dolphin to maybe a whale one day, where you have excellent, or excuse me, what's the word I'm looking for here? To have greater influence on the network. Okay, then going down here to Steem dollars, this is the second token, and this one is supposed to be worth about $1, but nowadays it's trading about almost $3. So this $50 is probably over $100. Now, this is the other 50% of the rewards that you get are paid here in this item, this line item, and they're completely liquid. So I could go ahead and buy more Steem with the Steem dollars, or I can exchange it for Bitcoin. And you could do that on a website called blocktrades.us, and I'll probably do another video about how to buy and sell the Steem and Steem Power and Steem backed dollars. But anyhow, that's about it. Also, you could check out the Steem network and the Steem blockchain. You could basically browse it through other websites like Steem Now. And then you could see what your upvotes are worth. So if you go steemnow.com/@ whatever the username is, you could see the user's latest upvotes, what the creation rewards that the account's getting, and most importantly, how much 100% upvote is worth, depending on how much Steem power that account is worth. So you could see now that my upvote 100% is worth 66 cents based on the 3,000 Steem power that I have in my account. Now, of course, if I went ahead and added more Steem into my Steem Power account, I will have a stronger vote. Now, these votes, they could be used on your post, or they could even be used on obviously they could be used on others' posts, but what I mean is that they could be used on your own post as well, on your own comments. So you could comment on yourself, on others, and you basically get about 10 100% votes per day. Okay, that way you can't abuse the reward pool. So you get about 10 votes per day at 100%, and then it takes another 24 hours to recharge. And that's about it. I think, if I'm not mistaken, to get even more specific, I think if you did a 100% upvote, it would take 2 hours again to refill your Steem voting power back to 100%. You see my voting power right now is at 98%. So if I voted at 100%, it would be slightly less than 66 cents because my voting power is not at 100. So in about 2 hours, it'll go back to 100. So, every 2 hours, basically, you're getting another 100% upvote. So it takes about, you get roughly about 10 100% upvotes every day in a 24-hour period, roughly. So I think it's every 2 hours and 45 minutes, if I'm not mistaken. So, every 2 or 3 hours, you're getting another 100% upvote. So that equals roughly to about 10 votes per day. And of course, you could have more than 10 votes per day if you're not voting at 100%. You could vote at 10%, at 50%, and stretch out your votes. Now, you'll notice if you're a newbie on the network, you're not going to be able to change the vote value. I believe you need more than 500 Steem power in order to vote less than 100%. So you could, once you pass 500 Steem power in your account, the slider here will allow you, and I'll show you an example here. Let's go to my feed. let's say, like say the new post. So if you, let's say for instance, this post, if I were to vote on it, it's going to ask me how much percentage, and this slider won't exist until after you have more than 500 Steem power in your wallet. Okay, so that way, if I don't want to waste my entire vote, I can do 50% and give them, let's see what a 50% vote will give them. That'll give roughly 33 cents, right? Half of 66. I'm going to take that back, that vote, because I have no idea what that post is about. So you could take back that vote. Anyhow, I hope that I explained this a little bit further for you guys, all the baby bear cubs, all the newbies that are out there that are interested in getting on the Steem blockchain. I'm excited. In my opinion, this is one of the most valuable blockchains in crypto. And furthermore, Steem is exciting to me because there's other platforms that are using the Steem blockchain to run their applications and to monetize content. Some being DTube, which looks just like SoundCloud. You got DLive, which is a live streaming platform. You could stream your games or whatnot. DSound, which looks like SoundCloud. DMania, which is a meme site. And if you sign up to any of these sites all connect to the Steem blockchain, and they, basically you could upvote with the same thing, with the Steem power, and the same thing, if you post on any of these sites, DMania, DSound, DLive, it automatically posts to your steemit.com blog. So it's all interconnected. It all runs on the Steem blockchain, and you could log in with your posting password to all these sites. And just to speak a little bit more about logging into these sites, when you, this may be a whole nother video, but now that I'm on the thought, let's finish it. When you're logging into these new sites, first you'll be prompted to join at steemit.com. So you have to join at steemit.com. You have to wait through an approval process so that you can get some Steem delegated to you. And once you're up and running, you can go to your wallet here, and then you go to, where is it? Permissions. In permissions, it'll give you 3 passwords. It'll be a posting key, an active key, and an owner password. Most of these websites like DTube, DLive, DSound, I believe you could just log in with a posting password. This is pretty smart, in my opinion, with the Steem network. It gives you 3 tiers of access. So let's say if you end up logging into the site that's Funny Bunny, and they steal your password, or you lose your password, if you logged in with only your posting key or your active key, you could always go back here to steemit.com, go to your permissions, enter your owner key, and reset all the other keys. Okay, so it's suggested never to use your owner key unless you want to change passwords. So you can do most of the things with your active key and some things with your posting key. So that's a whole nother video in itself, but being that I was in the thought, let's go ahead and complete it. But yeah, I hope that explains further Steem, Steem-backed dollars, and Steem power. If you have a question, drop it below, and I'm going to be talking more about Steem because I believe it to be a very valuable blockchain, in my opinion. Champagne is not a professional or an investment advisor. I'm just calling it how I see it, but in my opinion, it's a boom. It's a boom. I'm interested to see what Steem has got cooking, and you can look more into Steem and the smart media tokens, which is basically the ability to launch another token on the Steem blockchain and monetize content with your own token using the Steem blockchain. So I have a whole nother video about that. You can do research on the smart media tokens and learn more. Let's go ahead and cut this video off. It's going a little longer than expected. Drop a comment below. Let me know what's shaking and baking, what you think about it. It is the voice of the blockchain here, Satoshi's biggest cousin, cryptography's finest, Champagne Crypto. Thanks for tuning in.